Hello. Um, oh, this is not even the right one. Hold on one moment here. Oh, today I'm going to talk about setting boundaries. And what happens when we set boundaries, we start to identify our priorities in life. So, what does that mean? It means for each of us is different, but it means that we're putting aside the things that aren't really helping us in our lives. It means that we are going to focus on the things that make our life easier. It makes us more happy. It makes us more relaxed and more just, there's so many things that it makes us feel if we set the boundaries and push aside the things that don't really matter to us. And I realize that we can't always do that because, as you know, we all have responsibility of things that we don't like. But if we try and set up our life to focus on the things that we consider our priority, it would just make everything else easier. And I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. Okay. So for me, I had to really identify what I wanted in my life. And that can mean at home or at work, my relationship with friends and family and others. That includes the people I work with or people in the community. What did I want? And more importantly, how do I want to feel? So setting up boundaries really helped me identify my priorities. So what are priorities? And that for you can be different. But your number one priority should be yourself. And I know people say, oh, my children and my husband or wife or my family, they're number one. As wonderful as that sounds, you can't take care of them if you're not taking care of yourself. But you need to put yourself first. Putting yourself first will give you the energy and it will give you it will help you relax and not be stressed all the time. It will help you think clearly and you will feel more ready to face anything that comes your way. So today I really wanted to talk about my own experience of setting boundaries and prioritizing my life. And it's not easy, and it's something that you have to work on every day. So every day I wake up and I have to make that decision to put myself first. And yes, I know that sounds like you're not being responsible, but you are. It means you're giving yourself time to do the thing that makes you a better person, It makes you a healthier person. It makes you a more calm person. Um, and I could go on. Um, I could go on and on. Um, for me, like back a while back, when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, that at that time, I didn't really realize what that meant. I just knew that it meant that I'm having pain every day. And I mentioned this in our chat before, but I burnt out because I was trying to be the same as everybody else. And that is just not possible. And I would say maybe over a year ago, I really began to focus on myself. I was already starting my health journey. I was already eating better. But then I started to realize I really need to identify and take those steps to help me become a better person. And for example, I I still have stress, but now I can become calm faster because I took the time to learn how to, just stop whatever I'm doing, stop, breathe, you know, um, and changing my mindset a little bit, shifting. I'm still working on that every day. Um, and this recent summer, oh, even before that, I would say March when I started coming home or staying at home because of the coronavirus, I I made that decision that every day I'm still gonna try and wake up. Um, it wasn't as early as when I go to work, but it was still early compared to some people not sleeping in all day. But I would wake up, I would still do my morning routine, and I did it slower. I took my time, but I still did it. And that's the point. I still did it. And this week, when I got back going physically to work, I I was driving and I noticed that I wasn't looking at the time as much. Um, and when the traffic became a little bit more slow, I saw myself looking at it, and I'm like, "We're good, we're good." And I kept repeating myself, "We're good. I'm not late. I'll be fine." And I noticed that my body was more relaxed, more calm. And if you knew me, even a few years ago, that is a big shift. That is, um, I'm a very different person than I was a few years ago. And I don't always feel that way because I still have those feelings, still have those moments. But identifying, first of all, identifying my feelings, my emotions, and how my body reacts was a good step to shifting it. And shifting it is something anybody can do, and you just tweak it. Um, and when life hits you with something different, you might feel those emotions again, but it'll be faster to bring down. And why this is important, going back to what are your 5 priorities in life? You got yourself, then you got your husband, wife, your kids, whatever, right? And then your work and your home, whatever your 5 priorities are. But you're taking care of yourself. That means you're more relaxed, you're more focused, and you're getting things done faster. So you have time for these, and you have the energy for these. And if you're focusing on your health, you're going to be able to do more. And I know there's many people who are the same as me who have a chronic pain issue or a disability or something that limiting them, an injury. It's really hard to remember that, especially when you're having a bad pain day. Um, Again, for me, setting up those priorities, setting up those boundaries. So I say no to a lot of things that I'm not going to go out because I worked all day. I'm going to come home and relax. Well, whatever, right? That is my boundary. I have, separated myself from the people who stress me out as much as I can. I have started to practice, um, just be mindful of everything I say, everything I do. And if I find myself, getting crabby or something, it's like, well, okay, why are we becoming angry? Why are we, what's the real problem? Yeah, and I start identifying, okay, maybe you're not really mad, you're frustrated. Okay, so you're frustrated. Well, let's find the answer. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not, but it's possible. And hopefully I make sense when I'm talking about this, because this is something that is really, it's a real personal journey for each person. And the things that I had to, figure out by myself, it'd be different for you. It'll be different for each person, each family. But really, the point is, in that quote, you can't do anything with, with an empty cup, right? And if you have this empty cup, what can you do with it? You can't offer it to anybody, right? And the more you do take care of yourself, you have more energy, more time, more resources, more money, or whatever, and it fills up. Then you have this cup that you can share. And I think that's just really, really an important thing to remember. So we have already gone 20 minutes. And I don't know if there's much more I can say about it, but really I want you to take some time, even when you finish the call and we hang up, take a moment to write down what's important here. And I'll give you some samples about what was important to me. And besides the general, the relationship, family, friends, and, co-workers and whatever, I also had to identify what was important in my home. So, for example, I like things kind of tidy and organized. That's when I started really getting rid of things that didn't match my goal or my vision for my life, or things that were broken. Well, why am I holding on to it? I'm not going to fix it. Get rid of it. Also, just having a place for everything was really helpful for so some days when I have brain fog, it's really hard to think, okay, where is whatever. And just having a more relaxing space in my home really helped me. And it's not always like right now my kitchen's a bit of a mess, but I'm, you know, when I have that moment of, have that clarity of what I want. So it's really easy when I have the energy to do the things I need to do to make things look like what I want it to feel. And I don't know if that makes sense, but um, like when my house is clean, all my dishes are thrown in the dishwasher, counter's wiped off, I feel so calm and happy, and I feel like everything is right in the world. And that was a feeling that I wanted in this house. And that's when I really started identifying what I needed in my house. Um, I have done that with other areas of my life too, just really identifying how I want to feel in every situation. So when I go to work, I want to feel like everything going the way it's supposed to. I want to arrive on time. I don't want to be stressed. I want to go do my work and be proud of my work, um, and have the communication with the people there. But I think, again, if I wasn't changing myself, changing my mindset and my um, boundaries, my priorities, it would be so much harder to do all that. And having my routine and just really figuring out what worked for me made a big difference. Even on the days when it doesn't feel like it happening that day, when things go wrong, and then, I can have my little grouchy moment, and then I can shift back to that, do whatever I need to do to shift back into the less crazy. And I know that maybe if anybody had seen me in my running crazy mode, they're like, whoa, calm down, yeah. Um, but now I have the ability to tell myself, calm down, dear, you're being crazy, calm down. And it makes so much of a difference. It um, makes things go more smoothly. And uh, so, and this is good for your personal life, your business, your health, your relationship, um, your sleep, just everything. So it's really important. And I think that's where I'm going to end it. I'm going to encourage you to do everything you can to identify what works for you. What are your priorities? How can you um, how can you set up your life so that these 5 things are the main focus of your life? And just take it step by step. And if you go back, don't worry, it's fine. And we're just gonna keep going, wake up every morning and do it again. Okay, so that's good. Thank you for joining, and I appreciate it. Okay, so have a good day.